Hi Arshan, how are you? Hi Bhagya, I'm doing good. How are you? Hi Rupa. My weekend is going good if you're asking me. Yeah, yesterday we went to a friend's place where she wanted to cook some food, and always good food is a good start for a weekend. So we went there. It was nice. So yeah, it was a good start of the weekend. What about you? Any exciting plans? What are you guys doing this weekend? In India, weekend would have started quite early, so you must have already done few things. Here in India, it's a long weekend till 15th, so I'm going to my native Chikmagalur. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, right. So 12, 13, and then 14. 14, do we have something on 14th, or we can always take leave, so that is there. Chikmagalur is a nice place. I haven't been there, but I had few friends. So I have seen some photos. So Chikmagalur is a really beautiful place. When I am in India and when I'm planning some trip, I would really like to go to Chikmagalur. Take plenty rest, Rupa. You'll be fine. Um, okay, Ashutosh, let me put it in the chat. There you go. I stopped learning because of visa thing. I totally get it. It can be really daunting. There are so many things, and it's always you feel like what will happen. And also the funny thing about visa process is that when you apply, when you do everything, they don't tell you any intermediate steps, and you cannot check any kind of status. So the only time you will know about the visa status is when you receive that letter or the visa. So that is something which I feel like could be improved, but it is what it is. And I totally get it. Visa process is actually quite stressful, so don't worry too much about other things. The important thing is to get your visa sorted. So yeah, you should be fine. Yeah, I really like hill stations. I was born in Srinagar, so it was a hilly area, and I lived there for like 10-15 years. And then I also lived in Mount Abu. It is again a hill station located in Rajasthan. So there also I lived for like 3 to 4 years, I guess. So yeah, I've lived in quite a lot of hill stations, and I really like those places. So it would be really nice to visit Chikmagalur. Is it close to your place, Rupa? Famous for coffees. I know Ashutosh because when I realized that Rajasthan has a hill station, even I had that very uh, same expression because I imagined Rajasthan to be all deserted and things like that, but that is not the case. When you go to Jaisalmer side and things like that, there you will find some sort of desert. There are some large desert area there, but it's a huge state. So I think I'm not sure which hill range it is, which mountain range it is. But yes, you do have hill station in Rajasthan, which is Mount Abu, and it's a beautiful place. Aravali, yes, yes, yes. Rupa is a die-hard fan of coffee. Right, so Chikmagalur is not too far off from Chitradurga. From Bangalore, it's kind of far. Yeah, but it can't be as far as Rajasthan or Kota, so it's still fine. But yeah, I'm totally up for uh, Chikmagalur trip. So when I'm in India and I have some time, I would really like to make a plan for Chikmagalur. Yeah, I think coffee is a is a good catalyst to start a day. Where are you from, Ashutosh? If you are still here, Uttar Pradesh. Oh, nice. Which part? Which part of Uttar Pradesh? Sounds good, Bhagya. I will surely let you know. I could probably plan for this December, but I think there are a lot of things already on plate to do. So probably I will make some plan next year. But yeah, sure. Whatever will be the plan, I will surely let you know because suggestions are going to be Really helpful. Lucknow, nice. So my dad is from Gorakhpur. My mom is from Asansol, West Bengal. But now we have settled in Rajasthan, Kota, Rajasthan. My grandparents, they still live in Gorakhpur. Oh, nice. um, which college or maybe which city? If I have to assume, I would assume Jaipur. I've never visited UP. Would be nice. Yeah, I I have been to UP multiple times, but never visited any tourist spots. But yes, again, UP is huge, so there are also a lot of nice places to visit there, and I think a lot of religious places. Ashutosh would be a better person to tell us what are some of the important places to visit and what are some of the bigger attractions in the UP. Mathura, yes. I just went to Mathura railway station, but I haven't been to like the Mathura city. But I totally agree with that. So I was coming from Delhi and I was going to Kota or Jaipur, and then I had to do a break journey, so I stopped at Mathura. Oh, so you have traveled to Mathura. Nice. Where are you from? And I guess you are in UK now. Yeah, Rupa is in the UK. Sorry. Do you have any career gap? Um, do I have any career gap? I would say yes, probably 1 year. Um, because the initial plan was to do masters from India, and then I started preparing for GATE in November 2019 or 2020. I don't exactly remember which year was it. If it is 2019, then I think I have 1.5 year of career gap, and if it was 2020, then it would be 1 year, something like that. Yeah, but I do have a career gap. But then I didn't exactly take a proper gap. I was still working for one of the very smaller logistics company as a data analyst, and then I was also doing some data science courses. So courses are still considered to be as career gap, but I was still working with one of the very small companies. So yeah. But if you say from corporate perspective, I do have 1 year career gap. I have a quick question like where should I start learning statistics for data science? Is iNeuron data science course good? So data science iNeuron course is actually quite good. So if you want to learn from that, yes, of course you can do that. But if you haven't taken any course and if you want to start for free, I have a playlist where I have created videos related to statistics for data science. So let me share that playlist link in the chat, and that should give you some starting point. And I think it is. quite good. So whatever topics I have covered here, if you learn those things properly, you will be able to answer a lot of questions which are being asked in the interviews. So this is going to be a really good start for statistics for data science. And also I would suggest joining the Telegram, sorry, joining the, yes, of course you can join Telegram group as well, because there are so many people there and they may be able to help you. And also you can join Discord server. So when you join Discord server, there you will find a section called tech. Inside there you will find notes or data science notes channel, and there you will be able to find some links using which you can download my handwritten data science notes, and from there also you can study. So these are some of the resources which I can suggest if you are just starting out in the field of data science, and if you don't want to just start putting money into courses right away. So yeah. I just wanted to say your YouTube channel has been extremely helpful, especially for people like me looking for doing masters in data science in the UK. I'm glad you found the content to be helpful, Robo, and I I think I have answered your question um, in the Discord server as well. So I hope that answer helped you in making your decision. So, and all the best for your future journey. So yeah, I'm glad that my content is being of help. Yeah, Ashutosh, I can see. I will go through it. I will review it, and I will reply back to your email as soon as possible. By the name of the project, it actually sounds quite interesting. So I'm actually looking forward to it. Okay, that's great. I will look into the video. I'm going for data science masters in UK this September. So what prereq I can learn in 1 month? The short answer will be, if you are not from programming background, um, I would say learn Python programming. But if you are from programming background and you know bit of Python, then I would say brush up your mathematical and statistical skills. That is going to help quite a lot. And also, if you already have done that, then you can probably look into machine learning, uh, and also probably deep learning. But before going to machine learning and deep learning, I would suggest the first priority should be Python programming. After that, it should be maths and stat. Once you're done with those things, then you can look into machine learning. So that should be the priority depending on where you are. How to join in Discord server? So you will be able to find a link in the description of this live, in the description of this live stream, or you will be able to find it in about section. Or what I can simply do is I will go to the Discord server, copy the link, and I will paste it in the chat. That will be the most easiest way, I think. There you go. Do data scientists use Spark for machine learning? I would say they use a version of Spark, which is PySpark, because most of the machine learning things they're being done in Python programming language, truth be told, because there are so many packages and things like that. So that's why a lot of the development it is being done in Python, and that's why there is this framework called PySpark. Having said that, it's not like you cannot use Spark for machine learning. Yes, of course, you can write any program or any machine learning algorithm in any programming language, be it Scala, Java, C, C++, C Sharp. It is totally up to you if you want to. The only reason why people use Python and PySpark is because there are already developed libraries, and all we have to do is import those libraries and use them. PySpark is being used quite a lot in machine learning and data science field. I'm completely taking break from studies this week till 15th. I'm tired of the same routine every day. I totally get it, and it's always good to take break because that refreshes your mind and it gives you more energy and motivation to come back strong. So it's always good to take those healthy breaks in between. I was having this conversation with one of my friends yesterday. We were talking about AI and its impact on the job market and in data science field as well. So I have already shared my thoughts and views in one of the videos on my channel, so that's quite clear. But I want to understand from your perspective, from all of your perspective, whoever is there on this live stream, what do you think? Do you think it is going to take up the job market, or do you think it will create more new roles and then it will replace the older ones? I would really like to know from your perspective, what do you guys think? Because the more we talk about it, the better, because we will be able to see from a lot of different perspective, and we will be able to see how to move forward. Yeah, so do let me know in the chat if you have any opinion. What do you think about it? Are you scared of it or are you happy about it? Do let me know your sentiment. If you don't want to type a lot of things, you can just say yes if you are positive, or you can just say positive, negative. If you have positive sentiment uh, towards these large language models and AI, generative AI, then say positive. If you have negative sentiment towards large language models or generative AI, just type negative in the negative in the chat. It will automate scape work, but people will not risk critical projects to machine learning. Yeah, I think I totally agree with this point. Is because in one of the videos, like I told, uh, I talked about, was that it can generate code for a very specific purpose, but at this point, it is not well versed enough to create a full large application where a lot of different things talking to each other. For example, you have a database, you have your front end, you have your back end, then you will have your machine learning model running in the back end, and then you need to create various kind of APIs to connect those things. So right now, I don't think AI can do that easily because there are a lot of variables and there are a lot of security concerns. So yes, I totally agree with your point, Ashutosh, that people will not completely rely on machine or AI to do those kind of things. Um, so I think moving forward, from my perspective, if somebody wants to get into data science or even software development, it's very important for us to know how to connect a lot of different applications together so that they can work properly in conjunction. If we are able to do that, and then in conjunction to that, we are able to use generative AI to help us speed up our process to write those small snippet of code. I think that we will be able to increase our productivity and also will be able to provide value to the business. So um, I'm totally positive towards generative AI. But then, yeah, I have talked to some of the people. They are really negative about generative AI. They think that it is going to take their job, and whatever they are doing, it can be automated. So if they really think that whatever they are doing, it can be automated, in that scenario, I think they really need to upskill themselves, and they really need to start learning how to use these large language models to probably assist them in speeding up their process of developing any kind of application. Actually, currently I am doing course from Scalar. Their head told us that companies are demanding for people who can create multi-model LLMs which can integrate. Yeah, exactly. So that's the direction where the job market is moving, and that's the direction where companies are moving in terms of asking for what kind of skills a particular candidate should have. So I can totally tell you from the industrial side because I'm working as a data scientist, and in my team I have told quite a lot of people. So I don't shy from telling people that this is generative AI and it can do these kind of things. If you can make use of it, use it. I don't shy from it because what people usually think is, if I tell them that this is generative AI and you can do a lot of things using generative AI, then my job will be in danger. So I don't see it that way. I think if I'm adding value to my teammates, if I'm adding value to the organization, I think I'm still good and I have confidence in my skills that I can always skill up myself if needed. And I also think like I have sufficient skills to connect a lot of different applications so that they can run together. And whenever I need to write a very small snippet of code, I can always use chat GPT or any kind of generative AI. But the problem there is, so far I've never got a code where I don't have to make any changes. I always have to make any kind of changes, and it just doesn't work out of the box right away. So if someone who is copy pasting code from chat GPT and they don't understand programming, how it works, and what is the control flow in that particular program or in the whole application, it will become super hard to even use chat GPT. So ultimately it comes down to connecting a lot of different services together. We should be able to fix the complete picture using the small pieces and should know where to use what for maximum and optimized output. Yeah, exactly. And also, like Bhagya said that it cannot replace human, which is true, is because AI can learn about a lot of things, but there is this intuition which we have as a human being. A lot of people, they do claim that AI is also getting intuition, which may or may not be true. I don't know. Uh, so sometimes what happens is when you're doing some kind of data analysis and you see some kind of pattern, but then you feel like it doesn't look right. It is giving me a very wrong picture. So that is something which human being bring, and that is something what AI cannot. So at least as of now, who knows what will happen in next year or so. But that is something where AI cannot replace a human being. I have plans to come in September for MSc in software engineering from University of Westminster. How to get referrals for interviews in the UK. So you could do a couple of things, actually three different things. So actually there are a lot of things. So I will just list them down. The first one is try to be in good contacts with your professors and your batchmates and PhD students, because a lot of the times when you will be in labs, you will see there will be PhD students assisting you in a lot of different uh, projects and coursework. So make good connections with them, and when needed, ask them, do you know about any kind of opening or internship and things like that, and then they will be able to refer you for those if they are directly associated with that particular role. That is the first thing. Second one is go to meetups, whichever meetups you can find in your locality. Go there and attend those, because when you meet people face to face, you can make different kind of bond, and it is actually easy to bond with people. And then you can actually show them what type of work you have done, what type of projects you have done, what you are learning, what you have already learned. And then maybe after one or two meetups, when you actually know what they do and they know that what you are doing, then you can probably ask them, I'm looking for an internship or I'm looking for a referral for a job. And if they know something, they will be able to refer you for that. The third thing is try to participate in hackathons. So when you participate in hackathon, there sometimes there will be a lot of stakeholders from a lot of different companies looking for good talent. And when you perform really well in hackathons, you might directly get a referral or interview, even interview calls. So you don't even have to apply for jobs. So that is the third thing. The next thing is, which may or may not work, but this is something which you can still try, which is going to job fairs. So when you go to job fair, there you can talk to people, you can try to understand what they do as a company, why they are in that job fair, what are they actually looking for. And then if you want, you can share your resume with them, or you can ask for their email. And when you get their email, try to talk to them casually and not like I'm really desperate to find a job. Try to talk to them casually, try to understand them a bit better. It's all about forming a bond. And then once you feel like, yes, you are very comfortable with that person, and you get an impression that they are also comfortable with you, then you can ask them, do you think there's any data science or software development kind of role available in your company? Can you refer me for that? But before doing that, I would say go to the company's page and see if they actually have any kind of uh, roles available on their company portal. And if you could find, share that link in that email and ask them to refer you for that. So that is again something which you can do. So those are few things which can work. And the last thing would be to connect on LinkedIn, and again try to make good connection, and then there you can ask for referrals. So yeah, those are the few things which I can suggest. Do you use Copilot? uh no, because we cannot use it in our organization. um, so no, I'm not really using it. But I can use it on my personal laptop, so that is there. But I cannot do company's development work on my personal laptop. So by large, no, I don't use. What is the difference between meetups and job fairs there? So the the difference is that when there is a meetup, there you will find a lot of people with I mean, there you will find a lot of like-minded people. So what happens is, if there is a meetup which is related to data science or data analytics, there a lot of people will come from data science and data analytics background. And then there will be two or three various kind of presenters. They will present their work, what they have done, and they will explain why they have chosen a particular methodology, and why they are trying to solve this particular problem, and what exactly the problem is. So they will just tell you what they are doing there, so you will be able to learn quite a lot of things. And mostly it will be related to data science, or whatever is the key theme of that particular meetup. Whereas job fair is very broad. There it's not necessarily employers will come just for data science or software development. There they may come for electrical engineering or electronics engineering, or maybe just to work in a warehouse. So that is quite broad. So that is the main difference between job fair and meetups. So I'm following applied AI ML course, and I'm feeling like it lacks implementation of concepts. I have heard this from quite a lot of people, and I have also taken applied AI course and I learned from it. I personally felt like that is not the case. Maybe because when I was doing assignments, there I was actually implementing what I had learned in the course content. If you could tell me a bit more about how exactly you're going through the course, so that I can understand from your perspective, why do you think that is the case? Because the assignments that they have given, they are really good. And when you actually work on those assignments, you get those practical knowledge, and whatever you have learned in your video lectures, you're actually implementing those things in the project. So yeah, if you could tell me briefly, how are you proceeding with the course? Like, are you watching all the videos at once and then going back to assignment one, two, three to do those assignments, or are you doing first module and then the assignment, then second module and then the assignments? So if you could tell me briefly about that, then I may be able to uh, suggest you something. Are these meetups and job fairs organized by the university there, or are there other ways? So there are a lot of meetups and job fairs. which are being organized by the universities. But then what I would suggest is, if you want to go to meetups, there are two major platforms. One is Eventbrite and the other one is meetups.com. So those are the two platforms where I would suggest you registering, and try to find data science, data analytics, software development, or whatever course you are doing related to that. Just search those keywords. You will be able to find some groups, join those groups, and also try to see whether they are active or not. So yeah, try to join those groups, and then they conduct a lot of different kind of meetups, and meetups, not job fairs. So that is one way to attend meetups or find meetups in your proximity. As for job fairs, this is a bit hard because I don't know any platform where you can find job fairs. But the kind of job fairs which I attended, they were mostly conducted by university. And if it was not by university, I received an email from university that there is this job fair going on. So if you want to attend, you can attend. So yeah, and I think meetups are more effective as compared to job fairs. So I told you two platforms. One is Eventbrite and the other one is meetups.com. So those two platforms you can use to find meetups in your local area. Sir, I'm just going through videos. Is that not the right way? There is no right or wrong way. So what I did was I watched all the videos first, and then I went back and then started doing assignments. So that was my way. Some people, what they did, they watched video and then they implemented the assignment, and so on and so forth. That's how they did. Uh, so if you are feeling like there aren't enough implementation, in that case what I would suggest is watch one module and then try to do the assignment which is associated with that particular module, and then see if it changes your perspective and see whether that works for you. If you have already tried it, then that's a completely different scenario. But if you have not tried it, I would suggest trying this methodology and see if it helps you. And if it still does not help you, then I would suggest reaching out to the educators and ask them for help. They are really helpful. Whenever you ask any kind of question or any kind of help, they can sometimes jump on a Zoom call or a Google Meet, and they can guide you how to make best out of the course, and they should be able to help you. But before doing that, I would suggest trying the second methodology, where going through one module and then doing all the assignments related to that particular module. Scalar providing master in data science for 90 credit. Is it worth take that master's program that is for 18 months? It depends. I'm personally not a fan of online masters or these kind of masters program. I prefer to do it from a proper university. It could be in India, it could be abroad. So I prefer that, but there are a lot of limitations to that. So if you are doing a full-time masters, you may have to leave your job. If you're already doing a job, you'll have to spend quite a lot of money. And if you are doing it from abroad, you'll be staying away from your family. So there are a lot of things. So if you don't um, if those are the factors which are stopping you from full-time masters, then yes, you can go for it. But because in terms of learning, I think you will learn more in scalar probably, because when you do masters, it's not just about learning concepts. It's also about learning different type of things, like how to collaborate with people, how to make good connections, and getting exposure. So those kind of things. So that's why these masters program, they are quite expensive, whereas when you do these online or part-time masters, there you don't really interact with your cohort, and then you don't make those good connections. You are mainly working in isolation. Of course you will have uh, some community where you will be able to ask questions and things like that, but it will be purely online. You will not be seeing people face to face. So that is something which plays a huge impact. It may not sound or seems like it is something very important, but it actually plays quite a lot of uh, important role in your career development or personal development. So personally, I'm not a big fan of, but if you feel like yes, that is something which you are looking forward to, and that is something which suits well for your scenario, then sure, you can go for it. Thanks. It's event brights, right? Event bright. So yeah, that is correct. I wish I might have joined Newcastle because you know everything regarding my course and was available to get some scholarship instead of. Um, I won't say that. I mean, I won't say regretting about a decision because University of Leeds is a really good university, and yeah, I have done my course from Newcastle University, so I know more about it. I know more people here, which is always there, but. University of Leeds is a really good university. So, and now the decision has been made. You can't really do much about it. So, don't regret about it or don't feel bad about it. Now, all you can do is make most out of it and make best use of the course. So, don't worry about it. It will all be good. Every country going through recession except India. So, is it good time to go other country for masters? So like you rightly said, most of the countries are in bad economical situation. So no, it is not. uh, but if you really want to do masters, in that case what I would say is wait for another year or so, and try to, if you are not already doing a job, try to find a role in India. It could be in IT, it could be in data science, it could be anything related to programming, right? So try to get that, gain some experience, and then after 2 to 3 years, when you have good amount of experience, you can go for masters, because then you will also have experience. You will be able to get into some of the good universities, and maybe you will be able to find some scholarship. And after doing your masters, when you are in a job market looking for a job, you will be able to find job relatively easily as compared to freshers. So that is what I can suggest. But if you already have some experience and if you are already working, then I think the decision is relatively easy. Continue to do your job and wait for the market to revive, job market to revive, and then you can look for masters in any of the countries. Maybe not necessarily in the UK, but if you want to go to any other university, any other country, you can go there. So that is what I would suggest. But if you are, I think those were the two scenarios, where you have a job, where you don't have a job. Yeah. So those are the two scenarios. But if your scenario is completely different, feel free to let me know in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer based on your specific scenario. How good is Swansea University for MSc Data Science? I think the last time I checked, it's a good university overall, but I will again have to look into the course content so that I can comment on the course content. Um, if you can, post a comment now in the comment section, then I will reply to your comment once this live stream is over. But if you can't, once this live stream is over, just post this comment in the just post this chat in the comment section, so that I will look into the university for MSc Data Science, and I will let you know in the chat. I will let you know in the comments. Sorry. We are almost about to reach 1 hour, so if we still have questions, I'll be more than happy to take. If not, then we can probably end the live stream a little early today, but I will still wait for another minute or so to see if we have any more questions. Alright, everyone. I think that will do for today. And thanks everyone for joining. And yeah, I will wish you guys um, happy Independence Day because we are quite close to that. And yeah, have a great weekend. Enjoy. And if you are still learning or studying, happy learning and all the best for your future journey because I know we are all reaching quite close to that visa process and starting our course. So yeah, it can become quite daunting and very busy and quite hectic, but we'll get through it. It happens. I've been there. In UCAS QMUL MSc Big Data Science is open for Jan intake, but I'm not able to apply from their official website. Will it take some time to open? If there is an opening and if you're not able to apply, then most likely the application is not started yet. But if you have any confusions, what I would suggest is email admission team and ask them when will this application open, and they will be able to provide you more detail. Because if there is any technical issues, then they will know that there is a technical issue and they will be able to guide you. So try to email admission team. They will tell you. Final question. Could suggest some acute text classification algorithm that have decent latency in CPU. Um, it's really hard to remember at the top of my mind, but I think it was. I think the machine learning algorithm which I used it worked quite well was SVM. Um, SVM was faster than decision tree. Sorry, not decision tree, random forest. Um, but yeah, I think SVM was the best one for text classification. So that is something which you could try. But yeah, I will try to look into it. Again, Ashutosh, I'll probably have to look into my repository if that project is still there. Um, well, by that time, you will already be able to find the answer. But if I'm able to find something, I will reply back to the email which you have sent with this information as well. Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend. You're welcome, Bhagya. You're welcome, Vijay. Bye.